Hey folks, Gary Gone with Fab Solutions. Hope you're keeping well. I'm still at the Customer Connect Expo with the Mojo CX team, and one of the guys that is supporting Mojo on the stand is James Brooks from FourNet. So I thought I'd seize the moment and have a catch up and see what FourNet's all about. So come on in, James. Let's get you all on camera. So James, tell us a little bit about who you are, what your role is in FourNet, and a little bit about what the remit of FourNet is.
Sure. So FourNet is a secure cloud, networking, CCaaS, digital transformation, and AI.
Now that's a mouthful.
It is. It is a mouthful. We do quite a lot. Yeah. My role is head of practice for AI and automation.
Brilliant. And how long have you been partnering with the Mojo CX guys? Tell us about how that's come about and what it involves.
So it's very recent, kind of in the last year to 18 months. The Mojo guys, particularly Jimmy, is obviously someone we've been aware of in the marketplace for a while, but the most recent kind of release of the product is what kind of drawn us to the partnership. So we want to partner with the latest and greatest tech providers, and Mojo fits into that category.
I'm sure Jimmy will be very happy to hear that, and I think it's a really interesting start to kind of, I suppose, what you do in the CCaaS space. Conversational AI is feeding nicely into that.
It is, yeah.
And I suppose it's becoming more of a popular software to be integrated. So what trends are you seeing in the market around AI adoption and maybe even CCaaS? What's happening in that market?
So there's a couple of things. I think everything is AI infused in some way now, right? So if you're not selling something that hasn't got AI included in it, people aren't necessarily giving it any weight. But I think what we're seeing from an AI adoption perspective is it's kind of siloed at the moment. So we've got kind of conversational AI, which will be kind of an upgrade on your rules-based dumb chatbots, if you like. And then the movement forward is more towards kind of automation. So AI to automate end-to-end processes, I guess, as a replacement for robotic process automation traditionally. And then you've got things like what we're doing with the speech analytics, which is using AI to start to coach the agents in real time. Now, I think the trend we want to push is how do we connect all those things together so you have a fully automated, intelligent system.
And when we look at kind of organizations that are diving into AI, I mean, it sounds like if you looked at everybody that's out here doing all of these different things, every bit of them saying AI,
Yeah.
is the market and the adoption of all of those AI trends as extensive as it sounds, or are we still not quite there?
I don't think we are quite there. I think a lot of people are saying they've got AI, and to some point that is true, but you need to kind of scratch beneath the surface and see what they're actually got. Are they still kind of using what I would term as artificial but not intelligent solutions? So it's kind of rules-based, linear decision tree type stuff, rather than proper AI, which in my definition is the system is making its own decisions and thinking for itself.
So this is that age-old thing around, we all talk agentic AI,
Yeah.
but really what we're doing is doing automations with a fancy workflow on the end of it.
Exactly, yeah.
So do you think we're going to get to an agentic AI state? Do you think that's possible in the world of contact center?
I think it is, because we've already built it. So
So done.
Yeah, so what we're talking about here, along with the Mojo guys, is Intelligent, which is our agentic AI platform. So you can orchestrate full end-to-end automation with the AI in the middle, making the intelligent decisions, through to a fully AI or agentic workforce with heads of department that are AIs, handing things off to sub-workers and frontline agents.
Heads of department that are AIs handing stuff off.
That's right.
That just sounds crazy, but it sounds doable.
It is.
So that is all, I suppose, when you think about it from an operational leader's perspective, that makes you feel like they might be doing themselves out of a job. That might be the future. It's not probably where we're at now, but for those that are wanting to move into that space, what tips, guidance or advice would you give them to kind of start to think about the stuff that they're purchasing, the vendors that they're purchasing from, and how they start to piece it all together so it talks to each other cohesively, rather than having a big fractured estate of tech?
I think there's a couple of things. One, make sure you know your business. I know that sounds obvious, and everyone will say, well, of course I know my business, but how well do you know it? Get to the granular detail. You need to know what's going on in your business from an operational and procedural perspective. The next thing is, when you're looking to select a vendor, find a vendor that understands your business, understands the industry that you're in, because that will make a big difference in terms of achieving the outcomes you want to achieve.
Okay. And not to overtly plug FourNet, but FourNet, I would imagine, provides some of those services where they can architect and build that around. So how would somebody get in touch with someone like yourself to start those conversations?
you can go to the FourNet website, fournet.co.uk, or you can come to myself. So it's jibrooks@fournet.co.uk.
Heard it here, folks. You've got his emails, so don't send anything too obscene. But James, that's been really useful. Thank you very much. You've given some really good insights there. Hopefully that's been useful for those watching. If you've got any comments, thoughts, or anything that strongly you agree or disagree with, comment in the comments below, because we're going to be popping this on LinkedIn. And thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.